Cardi B just accused Nicki Minaj of infertility struggles from Perc of views not allegedly. The tweet hit 11M views in hours. The feud is officially on fire. Nicki mocked Cardi's iTunes sales. Cardi clapped back with Cocaine Barbie and the infamous Scrambled Eggs tweet. Memes, edits, chaos, it's everywhere. This isn't new. It's a decade of Cardi versus Nicki, reignited with sales, memes, and brutal tweets. But is the feud helping or hurting hip-hop? Hello folks, welcome back everyone. Welcome to the Daily World Pod by ZebraTruth. I'm your host, Thomas Smith, and today we're unpacking the major story that has shaken up the fans of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj around the world. We're joined by our expert Jane. Jane, welcome to the show. All right, I don't think anyone could scroll X this weekend without tripping over a meme or two from the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj feud. For our listeners who might have dodged the drama, Cardi's new album hit No. 1, and within hours, things exploded, insults, deleted tweets, memes, you name it. That's where we're starting today.
Oh, Thomas, you forgot the best part, Cardi calling Nicki Cocaine Barbie. But seriously, it's wild how fast this escalated. One day you're celebrating an album, next thing you know, your fan bases are at each other's throats, with courtroom memes and fried egg jokes. It almost feels like hip-hop beef is a sport at this point.
It does, and I have to say, there's no halftime break. What stands out to me is how both artists use these feuds for more than just personal jabs. It's almost like a high-stakes chess match, with commercial sales, social memes, and even family members getting dragged into the spotlight.
Right. And it's not just the music or the artists anymore. The fans play referee, hype man, and sometimes the instigator. You see JT jump in for Nicki, Ice Spice lurking with side-eye emojis, and then suddenly, even leaked phone calls are part of the show. The internet never sleeps, and neither do these feuds.
What really sent shockwaves this time, though, was Cardi's tweet about Nicki's fertility. She basically accused Nicki of infertility from Percocet use. That's a whole different level. Do you think there's any line left in these public battles?
It's getting thinner by the year. Dissing someone's sales or style? Sure, that's classic. But dragging in fertility struggles or kids? That's a tough pill to swallow. Even some barbs were like, whoa, Cardi went too far. It tests the limits of what fans will cheer for and what they'll cringe at.
And the facts don't seem to matter much once the meme machine gets rolling. About the Percocet thing, yes, long-term opioid use can affect fertility, but there's zero evidence tying Nicki to that. Medical studies say effects usually reverse, and Nicki's talked about her IVF journey before. But Cardi's tweet racked up 11 million views in half a day regardless.
Exactly. And the hashtag number Perc scrambling eggs trended in, like, an hour. It's almost like reality gets gamified. You throw out the most shocking claim, watch the reactions rack up, and then, boom, it's culture. But at what cost, right? The internet has a long memory. And no chill.
That actually makes me wonder, who's really running this feud? The artists or the fans? It seems like every time Cardi or Nicki throws a punch, their followers jump in and amplify it tenfold. Sometimes, I feel like the artists are just steering the ship, but the fan armies are the ones fueling the fire.
It's a full-on spectator sport. You've got Team Barty and Team Barbs making memes, digging up old tweets, even creating courtroom sketches. And it goes way beyond the original beef, every reply, every gif. It's like adding gasoline to the fire. Honestly, it sometimes feels like the fans are the real puppet masters.
And then you get bystanders, like Ice Spice and JT, dipping their toes in just enough to keep both sides riled up without getting burned. It's like every piece of content, even a side-eye emoji, is a calculated move. But I can't help but think, are we losing the plot here? Is there any room left for genuine artistry, or is it all about the viral moment?
That's the million-dollar question. You know, I read a Billboard interview with 50 Cent, and even he said, beef is expected in rap. It's entertainment and competition. But when the audience is this involved, it stops being a sparring match and turns into a digital free-for-all. Sometimes I wish the music would win more than the memes.
Funny you bring up the crowd, because in a way, this whole saga is an allegory for our own democracy. Think about it. Two high-profile figures, each with a loyal base, locked in a war of words and outrage. Meme, warfare, spin, deleted statements like retracted policies. It's almost a parody of politics.
Totally. You see echo chambers everywhere. Each side convinced their icon is flawless. The other side is pure evil. It's like a mini-election every time someone tweets. And the stakes feel so personal. Even though, really, it's two musicians trading jabs. That mirrors how debates work online. Two facts get drowned out, and it's all about the narrative.
And just like in politics, there's this pressure to pick a team and go all in. No nuance, no middle ground. It's wild how debates about music can morph into debates about morality and truth, with receipts and all.
Yeah, and the moment someone tries to step back or stay neutral, both sides come for them. Reminds me of how Cardi's tweet, "not allegedly," was basically a declaration of war. Everything's so performative, but somehow the emotions are real. I mean, at the end, shouldn't music be the thing that brings us together?
That leads me to wonder, given how high the stakes seem, is there any way to keep rivalries fun and healthy instead of toxic? Like, is the answer more accountability, better role models, or just better boundaries online?
Honestly, maybe it's all of the above. Hip-hop will always have competition, and fans love a spicy back and forth. But bringing kids, pregnancy, or addiction into the mix? That feels like crossing a line. Maybe it's time for both artists and fans to remember there's a difference between critique and cruelty.
I agree, and it could be as simple as shifting the focus back to creative battles, diss tracks that are clever, not cruel, and memes that roast, not ruin. Even Cardi and Nicki have shown that sharp bars can be fun when they're not personal attacks. Plus, the industry could take a cue from sports rivalry on the field, respect off it.
Totally. And it starts with us too. As fans, media, and, I guess, TikTok scrollers, we decide what goes viral. Maybe if we amplified the best lyrics instead of the harshest clapbacks, we'd set a whole new vibe. Or, who knows, maybe the next meme will be about artists getting along, just to keep us on our toes.
All right, folks, we've covered the insult Olympics, the meme wars, and even the deeper stuff about democracy and public pressure. To sum it up, this feud is more than a headline. It's a mirror for how we argue, amplify, and divide. But it's also a chance to ask, what do we want from our artists, our media, and our own debates?
That's a good one. Are we just here for the drama, or do we crave something deeper like accountability, creativity, maybe even a little healing? And which line should never be crossed, even for a viral moment? We'd love to hear what you all think. Is there a way to keep things spicy without burning the whole kitchen down?
Jane, you've given us so much to think about. Whether you're Team Barty, Team Barbs, or just here for the memes, let's keep questioning, keep listening, and most importantly, keep the conversation going beyond the hashtags. Any last words before we sign off?
Here's to more drama, more dialogue, and never settling for the easy narrative. Okay, on that positive note, that's a wrap for today. Thanks to everyone for listening to the Daily World Pod by ZebraTruth. If you learned something or got a little fired up, share the episode, subscribe, and stay tuned. Visit www.zebratruth.com or grab our app to stay informed and stay connected.